Today we're going to focus on illness and minimalism.
To what extent has your illness left you feeling overwhelmed?
Did you find yourself dealing with more things than you're able to cope with?
We've found that minimalism can make chronic illness more manageable.
In the following video, we discuss the benefits of owning less within the context of chronic illness.
Feelings of being overwhelmed are easy to come by once you start feeling unwell. Daily responsibilities fall by the wayside in exchange for self-care, and before long, it becomes overwhelming to cope. Has it ever felt to you that your life was coming apart at the seams? You've never experienced so much physical pain. You feel constantly tired. You barely have the strength or energy to get out of bed. And yet, there are responsibilities and obligations you still need to take care of. How do you cope?
This summarizes what many of us feel at the lowest point of our illness. So many tasks, such little energy. Worse still, time out of work can leave many of us who experience a major illness behind the financial 8 ball. Combine that with a reduction in mental clarity caused by certain medications, and what once felt part of the flow can become immensely overwhelming.
For Keith and I, we had double diagnosis to contend with. Energy was scarce. Add in 2 young children and well, responsibilities were high. Without a tight support unit, we were in a sink or swim position. We needed clarity and to lighten our load as much as possible in order to survive and fight another day. I attribute much of this to simplifying our life by living minimally.
Often used synonymously with simple living, minimalism is a lifestyle based around avoiding excess and living with less. The lifestyle emphasizes simplicity and prioritizing quality over quantity. I would recommend this as an option to at least know about for anyone whose life has been overwhelmed by illness.
Minimalistic living is most commonly associated with owning fewer possessions. This is not the same thing as owning nothing at all, but rather only owning what you need and can manage. This may sound easier said than done. Many of us have fallen into a lifetime of consumerism, which is difficult to break out of. Purging belongings requires a level of energy not always available to those with physical illness. However, we recommend the following small steps.
Firstly, identify what you really need to buy. This involves creating a strict spending budget and sticking with it. Consider any financial restrictions you may be experiencing. Identify what you've been living off now. Make a short list of essentials and shop for less.
Next is to identify what you really need to keep. If there's anything you can't picture living without, then keep it. If you've not been wearing or using it for many months, then it can probably be purged. If something has a strong sentimental value for you, then keep it. The same is also true regarding items which you may require on a special occasion down the road.
Next, transition sensibly. As mentioned above, your energy can be very limited. However, there are sensible approaches you can adopt which will help you purge belongings in a more manageable way. These include packing belongings into a sack for 5 minutes a day or donating one item each day. You can also see if a close family member or friend will help. Living this way can have the following 8 benefits for those who are trying to cope with a chronic medical condition.
Number 1, saving money. Not only does this mean that you are saving money from buying less, but you're also likely to avoid various charges associated with fixing or maintaining certain possessions.
Number 2 is that there's less pressure for you to get back to work. If you could scale back on the costs associated with earning more, it will mean you can afford to have less income and possibly not have to rush back to work prematurely.
Number 3, less to do. Many items need cleaning, fixing, or moving. Having less to maintain will shrink your to-do list and make you less busy.
Number 4 is having less stress and anxiety. So having less items to look after and less urgency to earn money will lead to a reduction in stress and anxiety, hopefully. Purchasing less can make you feel more financially secure, which will be good for your relaxation levels.
Number 5, opportunity to rest. If you're not preoccupied with purchasing or managing clutter, you'll have more time to rest, recuperate, and self-care. For you right now, this can be vital.
Number 6, more energy. Having possessions to manage takes energy. If you do not have to worry about them, then you will have more energy to spare. This will be compounded by you not having to rush back to work and having the option of additional self-care time.
Number 7, greater clarity. If you're not overwhelmed from having to manage too many things, you're less likely to be distracted and more able to think clearly.
Number 8 is focus on your health. So purging your life of what is less important will enable you to clearly focus on what is most important. In this instance, this will be your health.
We hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Did you like the ideas? Do you have any ideas of your own? Is there anything different which you would like to see us cover?
If you like what you've heard, we ask you to support this channel by clicking the thumbs up on this video and hitting the subscribe button. Please also use the share button to pass this information around to anyone who may benefit from it.
Check out the written blog version of this video by clicking the link below and visiting our website. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter under Empower Illness Coaching. To find out more about who we are, feel free to visit the video about our illness journey.